Hello, hello, hello. My name is Jamila and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm one of those people that is obsessed with radical self-love. And one of my biggest goals in life is that everybody else is too. Because I think if everybody loved themselves really a lot and very often and treated themselves well, then we would live in a much better place on a regular basis. Don't you think? Okay, so what I want to talk about today, but before I get into that, the three things you should do while you're waiting on your manifestations, I just want to say that have you ever had like really good days? Like I went to sleep last night and I had a really good yesterday. I met up with some friends and it was all impromptu and it was just that middle of the day, you know, several streams of income kind of bliss and thinking like, hey, this is why you do it, because you understand how important it is to have your freedom to be able to control how and when and where you live your life and how you bring your money in and how you take care of yourself. You already know there are ups and downs to every scenario out there is, but you choose the life of the multiple streams of income and maybe not the 9 to 5 per se, maybe part-time in some way and doing something else on the other end because you understand the benefits and the rewards of that freedom, right? And so for the past couple of days, I've really been in the present moment and experiencing that freedom in amazing ways. And I went to bed last night thinking like, this has been a really good day. Like that's the last thing I remember thinking before I fell asleep was, this has been a great day, right? Nonetheless, three things to do when you're waiting on your manifestations to arrive. It is not the funnest thing if you want to bring a mate into your life or be financially stable or take a trip, get a vacation, have a certain type of position at work, maybe what do they call those, promotions, or a vehicle or a home, like whatever you're trying to manifest, a good feeling. Waiting on those things to happen sometimes it can get really drawn out, right? But there are three things you can do while you're waiting in the meantime that's going to make it so much better, and it's going to make it come to you a lot faster than what you could ever imagine, right? So the first one is you want to get distracted. Even though you're thinking about that manifestation over and over again, especially if it's something like money. Money has a very strong resistant energy in society in general. So you already have that energy to contend with. You don't want to add your resistance on top of it. You don't want to be sitting around thinking all the time is, I don't have the money, I don't have the money, I don't have, because that's all the universe is going to hear. So if you can't think about anything else related to the positive aspects of bringing that manifestation towards you, no matter what it is, you want to just get distracted. Binge something on television like Netflix or something. Get on there and get out there and hang out in the world. Sit at a coffee shop, people watch. Get into a really good book if you like to read. If you don't like to read, listen to a really good audio book, right? I don't shame either one. You know, I think some people are like, no, you need to read the book. No, if you want to listen, you can listen. I do both, right? Go take a class or something real quick that's free online just to get your mind in a new space. Follow videos on YouTube that don't have anything to do with the thing you're trying to manifest, right? Just get distracted. Get your mind from being so hyper focused on your thing not being there, right? Number two is feel good no matter what. I don't think there's anything more common than bitterness that makes a manifestation repel from you, right? Being bitter or angry or annoyed or feeling bad because you don't have something that you really want is always a way to make it go away. It's like you're not being a conducive vessel for that thing to happen, especially something like a new mate or people you want to attract into your life. Nobody wants to hang around somebody who doesn't just feel good for the sake of feeling good, right? You want to get on. Sometimes when I just feel weird, like in a funk, and I'm like, I can't really explain it. I don't know what it is. And I'm like, not really bothered, but I'm like, I want to feel better. The first thing I do is a lot of times is get on Netflix and I'll find like the first comedy special I come across and I just watch it for a few minutes, and if they don't make me laugh, I just go to the next one, and then I find all these new comedians that I never really thought would have made me laugh, and I'm sitting there like cracking up by myself in the middle of the day feeling good for no good reason. And that's definitely making those manifestations or those things that I want to pull closer into my space show up, right? And then number 3 is going to be to speak about your manifestation as if it's already happening. That's a hard one, right? Because you're just like, well, if it's not here, how can I act like it is here? But if it's not here, how can I act like it is here? Well, you got to speak about things like as if it exists in your space. So say you want to attract a husband, right? You know, you want to attract a mate, you want to attract a wife, whoever you know, whatever it is, right? So don't talk about it like, well, if I ever get a husband one day, like that kind of thing. You want to talk about it in a way like, you know, well, I'm going to take that trip, you know, I'm going to go with my husband. You speak about him as if he's already sitting at home. Make people wonder if you're going crazy, or either whether you've married somebody and they don't even know it. If it's money, right, that's especially a good thing. Talk about your abundance like it's real. You know what I mean? Say that you have a goal of one of your streams of income bringing you $6,000 a month. That's one of my personal goals. It's been out there for a minute. I was like, I want this thing to bring me $6,000 per month, right? So I have this, you know, benchmark. I have this idea, and I'm thinking like, I want this particular stream of income to bring me $6,000 per month, right? I'm not going to go around talking about it to people. Well, if it happens, maybe, sometimes, you know, possibly. That's never going to be the way that I'm going to speak of it. When I speak about it, I say, well, this is making me $6,000 a month. This right here, as I do this, as I change this, as I increase this, it's bringing in my $6,000 a month. And then I'll start focusing on something else, right? Doesn't matter what it is. If it's a home, I have a home on my refrigerator, right? I had it on the front. We were having people over, and I stuck it on the side, like it's on a magnet. I drew it out in a picture, you know, with my daughters. And I put it on the side, and my daughter, I noticed when I came back to the kitchen, it was on the front. And it's the youngest one, and she was just like, she's only 10. And she's like, I was like, who put this back on here? Did I not move it? Because sometimes I can't remember what I've done because I move around the house so quickly. And she's like, oh no, I put it back on the front. That's your house, mommy. You should see it all the time. And I'm thinking like, yeah, why am I sticking out on the side of the fridge? Because people are coming over and they might ask me, and it might make me uncomfortable to speak about something as if it is. There's no doubt in my mind that that house is for me. It has the address on it already. It's already the contemporary style that I want it to be built in. When I visualize myself walking around a house and doing things, the exact map out of it shows up every single time. So when I speak about it with my daughters especially, I'm like, well, our house, well, the one we're building, that one has this, that, and that. And it also has the area for your desk and things, you know, so you can continue to be homeschooled and all. I never speak about it as if it's something that's vague, that's never going to come true, right? Things that you don't want to accept. That, you know, something trouble is happening or something that's going awry in your life. And you're just like, dude, I don't accept that, right? Something that, you know, that's not happening the way you don't want it, the way you want it to happen. Say it's a job and someone's trying to let you go. And you enjoy the job, you love it, you're excited to get there, and they're talking about layoffs are coming because we have a shortage and we don't need 5 people and we have, you know, 6. We only need 5 people and we have 6. And you can really get caught up in thinking, will I be the one they let go? Will I be the one? Am I gonna? And start doing all these movements and taking all this action out of fear, when really you can just say, dude, in your head, I don't accept that I'm going to be the one that's cut, and I'm just going to act and be and live my life and do this job as if I'm not the one that they're going to cut. I'm not going to even entertain the notion. So keep that in mind, right? What to do when you're waiting on your manifestation? You want to make sure that you are distracted from being hyper-focused on it. You want to make sure that you feel good no matter what. Just feel good. Do your best to feel good no matter what you have to do to feel good. And then 3, well, not no matter what. You know, there are always limitations to what you want to do to feel good. Use your best discernment. And then number 3 is talk about that stuff as if it's real, as if it's happening, as if it's all happening today, as if you know you're in the middle of process and just that last piece is just waiting to show up in your space. Feel good about your life, the people who are in it, where you're going, where you're at, what you're manifesting, what you're not manifesting yet. Just feel good in general and have some good days and keep adding up those good days and making them all beautiful, right? So anyway, my advice to everyone is to be grateful for everything, no matter what you have and no matter where you're at. Somebody else would love to have it, I can promise you that. And continue to love yourself and feel good about who you are, right? So anyway, that's my 3 things to do to wait on when you're waiting on your manifestations to happen. And my name is Jamila, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And like and subscribe if you want to. I never say that at the end of videos, but one of my biggest goals this year is to have 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So I told my daughters, I was like, Mommy's going to have 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So I'm going to start saying like and subscribe, share it with other people, especially if you think I'm saying something positive and that can be helpful to others. So anyway, you all have a wonderful, wonderful day and continue to thrive and feel good about yourself. Bye.